conversation with you. What?
I was there, and it never happened. With those words, Princess and just shattered Meghan Markle's entire racism claim. In a rare and explosive moment, Princess and has finally broken her silence, publicly disputing Meghan Markle's accusations of racism within the royal family. With sharp precision, and claims she personally witnessed the conversations Meghan described, and says they simply did not exist. This isn't just a royal disagreement. It's a direct accusation of dishonesty from one of the most respected figures in the monarchy. Why isn't speaking out now? What exactly did she say? And what does this mean for Meghan's credibility? What you're about to hear could change the narrative forever. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. The silence has been shattered. For years, the royal family maintained a famously unyielding motto: never complain, never explain. But that changed in a thunderclap when Princess Anne, known for her fierce loyalty to the late Queen and her iron-willed discretion, finally stepped forward to speak. And when she did, she didn't hold back. Her words weren't a gentle correction or a vague suggestion of misinterpretation. No, she was direct, unapologetic, and deeply unsettling to anyone who believed Meghan Markle's version of events. She lied about conversations that never happened and said plainly, "I was there. They never took place." In those few short sentences, the fragile scaffolding that had supported Meghan's global narrative of racism within the royal family began to shake. The world watched as a long-standing wound, one that had cast a dark cloud over Buckingham Palace and made headlines around the world, was reopened, but this time, not by a television host, a leaked letter, or a carefully worded podcast. It was opened by a royal insider, someone not only present for the events in question but intimately woven into the fabric of the royal institution itself. And it wasn't just the revelation that stunned observers. It was the tone, the palpable anger, the sense of betrayal in Anne's voice that made people lean in. For a woman known to speak rarely and when absolutely necessary, this wasn't just clarification. This was war. But how did it come to this? How did the House of Windsor go from its usual protocol of dignified silence to one of its most respected and senior members publicly accusing Meghan Markle of fabricating claims that upended the monarchy's global reputation? To understand the full scope of this breaking development, we have to rewind. Rewind to the moment when the world first heard Meghan Markle utter the accusation that someone in the royal family had concerns about the color of her unborn child's skin. A moment broadcast to millions, discussed for months, and interpreted as a bombshell admission of racial prejudice at the very heart of the British crown. It was a story that painted the royal institution as antiquated at best, insidiously racist at worst. It set off a firestorm, one that Meghan's supporters claimed was long overdue, one that her critics claimed was exaggerated, unverified, and opportunistic. But no matter what side of the debate you fell on, one thing was indisputable: the world listened. That is, until now. Princess Anne's explosive entry into this saga doesn't just rewrite the narrative. It directly calls into question the moral foundation on which Meghan built her victimhood. And it isn't some shadowy anonymous aide or unnamed palace insider making the accusation. This is the Queen's only daughter. The woman who spent her entire adult life in service to the crown, without drama, without headlines, without scandal. The seriousness of what Anne is claiming cannot be overstated. She is not simply saying Meghan exaggerated or misunderstood or twisted the meaning of a conversation. She is saying the entire account, the alleged racism, the comments, the implications never occurred. That the story itself is fiction. And if that's true, then what does that say about Meghan? About Harry? About the state of trust between the British people and the institution they have supported for generations? This video will break it all down. Every angle, every conflict,